Your friend. It sounds like your friend, so it'll.
Yeah, I mean, this is the thing is sometimes with a lot of girls, they get, she would hit me up and go like, hey, let's go for a hike or let's write some jokes. And I'm like, hey, that sounds great. And then I would kind of follow up and she would ignore me. And so to me, it was like, oh, she doesn't really want to hang out. She's just bored.
Right.
Like, I think girls get like hot privilege. Does that make sense?
Like white privilege, only hot privilege.
Yeah.
That's true.
Because they want you to chase them around and like they want to just be desired, and that's fair. But it's also
it's fair.
Like, yeah, meet me halfway, you know.
Desire.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, like sometimes I'll flirt with a girl and then she'll just like give one-word answers and she'll start being mean, and it's like, you're bad at flirting because you have never had to, because you're hot and most guys will just go, hey, whatever you say is great, but I have high standards. So
your standards are so impeccable that
nobody can penetrate them.
Well, when you look, we always figured you'd be a late bloomer as far as settling down, and I think that's good for you in your career, by the way. You don't, I mean, how many comedians do you know that, like, 20-something, they married someone, they said, okay, I love you, I'll settle down, and the next thing you know, they couldn't do their career, right?
Yeah, I'm sure that happens in a lot of careers.
It's okay if you don't want to mention specific names. It's okay.
I mean, I don't,
some hit the road that much harder.
I think that happens everywhere. I think a lot of things are like contributed to comedy, and like, oh, comedians are all depressed, and I get a little defensive, and I just say, people are depressed just all the time, everyone, and then we are people, so we get the same amount of plumbers that have a wife that goes, I don't like that you're fixing houses all the time, and whatever. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure you can relate as a emerging radio star back in the day.
Yeah, let me think about that. It's funny. I was always kind of insecure, and so Lisa would like me around all the time, but she did like the fact that I would, go and then I would come back with a deposit for the bank, and I think actually. I think I wasn't that much fun to be around a lot of time. Your mother and I, we don't have time to open that can of worms, but I think we're just getting to know each other now thanks to the pandemic.
Wow.
Right.
Which is good.
I mean, she used to, one of her favorite jokes when you retired was, get another job or whatever.
Yeah,
right?
I would like say, good morning, honey, and she would go, I'm not your audience. I would start to say something to her, and she would go, listen, where's the off switch?
It's funny you do that to me now.
I do. Look, difficult people.
You go, stop just telling jokes, have a conversation. I'm not your audience.
Well, no, it's more like when you're on. What I meant was, when you're on stage, you're the entire band. Zip, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I do.
If you're a busker, say you're a player and you're an amazing guitar player and singer, and you go up there and you do your show, it's all you. And by the way, that's beyond me. I could never have done that. I would listen to people, like Rush Limbaugh or like, other solo guys who could just bloviate. First off, in order to bloviate, if you're on the radio, you have to pick a political side, which I could never do. But also, I needed a band of people around me, and so they could all take turns being funny, and I could just sort of steer the conversation. But you, Andrew, what you do, all from your heart, getting up on stage with nobody to back you up, and by the way, nobody to blame. Mm-hmm. I could always go, well, it would have gone better if it wasn't for him. Sorry, Zip, I didn't mean to point to you. I meant to point to Ed. But no, seriously, son, I say that out of love. What you do,
I'm just teasing you.
Almost nobody could do what you do. I mean, it's literally, wouldn't you guys agree? Isn't it one of the hardest jobs in the world?
No doubt. It's a rejection.
Woo!
Oh, alone. God.
Yeah. So,
I got used to that with my dating life, so
all right. All right.
I don't feel anything anymore.
Anyway, no, we're blessed that you come and join us on the Old Fogey Fart Radio Show, and we thank you because Wikipedia gets boring after a while. And all I can do is read Wikipedia and Zip's watching Wheel of Fortune. And
Celebrity
Ed's,
birthdays.
Ed's really sad that Green Acres isn't on anymore. We know.
Yeah.
My friend, we cannot keep this a secret any longer.
Bob and Zip.